What happens when a 20-year-old rookie enters the NBA, looks around at some of the greatest centers of all time, and doesn't blink? What happens when the same rookie breaks backboards like they were built out of paper and treats grown men like traffic cones? Well, today we're talking about how Shaquille O'Neal stormed into the NBA like a wrecking ball, refused to be intimidated, and instantly changed the power dynamic of the league forever. This isn't just about a story of a dominant player, it's about a seismic shift in how the NBA viewed rookies, big men, and what dominance really looked like. So grab your popcorn because we're going back to 1992. Before Shaq ever laced up an NBA sneaker, the league already had a golden age of big men. We're talking about Hakeem Olajuwon, the Dream Shake himself, Patrick Ewing, the anchor of the Knicks, David Robinson, the Admiral, with foot speed like a guard. The center position was sacred. To even survive in that environment, you had to have either elite skill, unmatched conditioning, or overwhelming size. Shaq didn't just check all of those boxes, he smashed them all out of the park. But instead of adapting to their finesse or their polish, he brought his own brand of basketball to the league. Power, pure unfiltered power. When the Orlando Magic selected Shaquille O'Neal with the #1 overall pick in the 1992 NBA draft, expectations were already sky high. He was already a phenom out of LSU, a two-time All-American and SEC Player of the Year. But even with all that hype, no one, and I mean no one, was ready for what he did in his rookie season. On December 1st, 1992, against the Phoenix Suns, Shaq did something that looked like it belonged in a Marvel movie. He dunked with so much force that the entire hydraulic system of the hoop collapsed. A few months later, he did it again, this time against the Nets. This wasn't just a rookie making highlight plays. This was a 7'1", 300-pound, 20-year-old redefining what it meant to be physically dominant. You know how people talk about breaking the game? Well, Shaq did that, literally. Now here's what's wild. Most rookies, especially centers, enter the league cautiously. They respect the hierarchy. They're intimidated. They spend years developing. But for Shaq, he walked into the NBA with a different mindset. In his own words, he said, "When I get to the NBA, I'm like, damn, David Robinson runs faster, Patrick Ewing shoots better, Hakeem Olajuwon has all the moves. I'm stronger. Let me beat these guys up. Let me beef up." That quote alone tells you everything about his mentality. Shaq didn't look at legends with fear. He saw challenges and opportunities. He wasn't interested in finesse. He wasn't trying to emulate anyone. He was going to bulldoze his way through the league, and you could either get out of the way or get trampled. His rookie stats were absolutely unreal. 23.4 points, 13.9 rebounds, 3.5 blocks per game. To put that into context, no rookie had put up those kinds of numbers since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was a force on both ends. He made the All-Star team in his very first year, something extremely rare, especially for a big man. And more than the stats, you could feel the shift. Veteran centers, guys who were used to dominating, didn't want to bang with him. You could see it. They tried to bring him out to the perimeter to avoid contact. Game plans were built around getting Shaq into foul trouble because that was the only hope you really had in trying to stop him. By year 2, he had already led the Orlando Magic to their first playoff appearance in franchise history. And just 2 years later, he was in the NBA Finals. The 1995 Finals showed his youth. Hakeem outdueled him with experience and skill, but the writing was on the wall. The league wasn't ready for this. Teams started bulking up their front courts. Defensive schemes changed. The finesse era of bigs began to fade. And if you couldn't handle Shaq in the paint, you weren't a title contender. This was a rookie forcing the entire league to adapt. Think about that for a second. Not just an opponent, not just a conference, the entire league. Of course, we all know what happened next. Shaq left Orlando for Los Angeles and entered the true peak of his powers. Paired with Kobe Bryant, he became an unstoppable juggernaut. 3 championships, 3 finals MVPs. One of the most dominant playoff runs in league history in 2001. But the foundation of all that dominance, it was laid in his rookie year. that unshakable confidence, that physical dominance, that refusal to be intimidated. He forced every team to reconsider what they thought they knew about dominance, development, and what was possible for a rookie. Here's the thing about Shaq that gets lost sometimes. He wasn't just big. He wasn't just strong. He wasn't just confident. He was absolutely different fundamentally and in any way, shape, or form. He was an athletic anomaly. He ran the floor like a guard. He had incredible touch around the rim. He had vision, both in how he passed the ball and how he saw himself. Where others saw legends and giants, Shaq saw weaknesses. Where others might shrink under the pressure, he smiled. He laughed, he broke the rim. He wasn't your usual rookie. He wasn't just the next great big man. He was the next big man, the one who had made an entire era adjust to him. And that's why Shaq's rookie season is more than just a highlight reel of shattered backboards and monster dunks. It's the beginning of a legacy, one built on fearlessness, force, and a vision to dominate from day one. So now I want to hear from you guys. Where does Shaq's rookie season rank among the greatest debuts in NBA history? Could today's NBA handle a player like rookie Shaq, or would he dominate even more? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who thinks rookies today have it easy. Thanks for watching, and remember, legends aren't born, sometimes they break their way into the league. My name is Damian Peters, this is Basketball Network, and we'll see you in the next one.